Something else I noticed though was Pierre Bourne seems to be wanting to rekindle his friendship or alliance with the Carti stir. We need Pierre Carti, he pinned in his IG live. Now, we've been talking about how Pierre Bourne kind of been taking a back seat in the music game because he stopped really making beats or producing a lot of the larger artists' songs. Like even Drake, he had it in the bag. He was the top producer. I feel like he kind of let Benny X and a lot of the other producers step up on his territory. Now Benny X is that guy who's working with Drake all the time, just like who else? Murda Beats, like they all have their little time to shine. Metro Boomin, of course, is like on a whole nother level. He is the goated producer. He can drop music just on his own as an artist and featuring, and nobody even like bats an eye like a DJ Khaled album, because it does seem like he has a more involved role in those situations. But it is good to see, in my opinion, Pierre and Carti, or we don't even know if this is gonna happen. I'm kind of like getting ahead of myself here. Pierre wants to work with Carti again. Now, if you recall, like I want to say last year, or maybe, yeah, it was last year, I think. He dropped some music videos for his album, or maybe I think that's what it was. And, or maybe it was 2 years ago. Basically, he kind of made a joke on Twitter about Carti dropping the Sky music video on the same day as he was doing like his album rollout. And it was just interesting to see because, you know, Pierre Bourne, he was dropping his album like the next week, so he was trying to use it as his rollout, and then the Sky music video was after A Whole Lot of Red already dropped, so like he really didn't need to drop it on that day, if that makes sense. Like Carti could have waited another week to really drop it, or even do it on another, like not even a Friday, because it's a music video. There weren't any pressures for first week sales. Now Sky ended up doing really well with TikTok, but I don't know if that necessarily meant or had to do with the music video. It might have popped off before then. I can't really think about time schedules right now because pandemic fucked up everybody's calendar. But as I was saying, will he work with Carti again? Because it looked like when he said this on Twitter, when he was like, man, why'd he drop on the same day as me? He didn't like out Carti, like he didn't at him. It was a sub. Then everyone in Opium, or select few, I guess, they were coming at Pierre like, yo, I was the reason you were in the studio with him. He almost kicked you out. Something like that. You can go back to the tweets. So there was some sort of ego thing going on with Carti and Pierre, and they haven't really worked all too much. He kind of got dubbed on A Whole Lot of Red, only like 2-3 songs or something like that. Whereas maybe it was, I think it was two or four, something like that. And then Richie also did as well. Richie Souffle. And then Filthy ended up being the main producer for A Whole Lot of Red. And now that seems to be the go-to guy for Carti's upcoming music with Music, the album title. So we'll see if Pierre ends up on there. We already listened to the trailer for the XXL Cypher, and man, that beat was fucking atrocious. I'm not gonna lie. I know Pierre got better beats, but yo, you gotta market yourself a little bit better. I understand you might have to give at XXL and like all the artists, since it's such a wide range of, I don't know, just different types of music that these artists release, that maybe you gotta do something super simple and slow cadence, like a huge pocket for people to be able to rap. But man, like at least add a little bit of Pierre swag to it. Like it did not sound like a Pierre beat at all. The keys and the piano just sounded off. I don't know if y'all have listened to it yet. I don't know if the cypher has dropped yet, but the trailer was definitely on Twitter going viral. But anyway, will he be on Music? I don't know, especially with how Ken Carson and Pierre were not cool as well, because Pierre wasn't going to give Ken Carson beats back in the day, saying that he was trash. Ken spoke about it on Twitter. Again, you can go check that on the various Reddits or on Google Images or something. You can go find it. So that's multiple people already, that there was a little scuffle with Opium and Pierre Bourne. So, and I haven't really seen him much with Carti ever since, even like Whole Lot of Red. I know they were in the studio prior to it, but ever since that actually dropped and now Carti got Filthy, it just doesn't seem like Pierre's really on that Opium wave, especially because if you recall in Punk Monk, Carti said that he wanted to sign Pierre to Opium, but then the label tricked him, and then Pierre ended up opening up his own label, Sauce House, and signing his own artists, which his artists are already complaining because there's not really much marketing behind them. I think Shark said that, or somebody else, maybe Chavo. It might have been Chavo, but maybe they feel some sort of way that Pierre is like competing with the Opium, but I don't really know if it's competition considering how successful Opium is. But still, Carti and Pierre would be nice to hear. I don't know. We'll have to see. Pierre really gotta step up his game and his connections. I feel like he just fell out with everybody. He even had some weird relationship with Yachty, Trippy, even trying to give K-Suave a beat for $80,000, which I don't even know. Like, I heard Benny X beats go for like 15, and it's like, if you get the royalties on the back end, why not just give people the beat for like, you know, a good check, and then you'll get the back end. You know, that's how you make your money in producing. You get the publishing. Why, like, K-Suave is fire. I don't know. He raps on those type of Pierre spacey beats really well, but just feel like he's burned a lot of bridges. So I don't know if he'll actually end up working with Carti again. Love to see it though. I'm not hating whatsoever. But, and also, as I said before, the latest selection of music that he's been dropping, especially with collab tapes with like random people like Juicy J and like TM88, they were subpar, let's be honest. And there's a reason that he dropped that Grails EP with all the old songs. It was kind of to like refresh everybody's minds, to make them realize, oh, he actually did have some bangers, but now we actually got to get some new music to prove that you still got it. Like, can you still make that caliber music? Because T-Lot 4, T-Lot 4 Deluxe, T-Lot 5, that run was amazing. Like, Pierre was one of my top artists, but lately it just hasn't been the same. So again, will he get that Carti feature? Or not even feature. Will he get on the Carti project? I hope.